Hey everyone, out here and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build on the channel. I hope you're all doing amazing, and today welcome to the best place to have a pizza in the world. Yeah, no, that was a bit overrated and a bit exaggerating, but at least I bet it's gonna be the best place to have a pizza in The Sims 4. Let's settle down on this, okay? This is the title for this build. Anyway, welcome to the most amazing pizzeria that you can get in The Sims 4 game, because I've built for you Litte Italy Pizzeria, which is, I love the way I say pizzeria. Anyway, welcome everyone. I hope you have had a blast watching this. I hope you're gonna enjoy hearing me talking about some stuff and about some things regarding the game, regarding the building process of this awesome build. And of course, you know why it's gonna be the best place to have a pizza? Because the sign on top of this place is a giant pizza. And can you get anywhere in The Sims a giant pizza hovering above your head? No, you cannot. So you want to be in here and have your slice. Anyway, let's move on. So you can see that I decided to build this remotely. It's not in the middle of the city. And to be honest, we are on, where we are? We are in Windenburg. Yeah, Windenburg. Every time I'm kind of butchering that word, but we are in Windenburg on a lot that is 40 by 30, if I remember right, which is not that small of a size of a lot. It is kind of big, and I decided I want to create some sort of a remoted pizza place. I want it to be like some sort of a high-end restaurant that you need to actually drive outside of the city to have a slice of the best pizza ever, right? So I decided to build it not as part of other buildings, just like you would find in, I don't know, in the middle of the city. You're probably gonna find a small shop that is making pizza or something like that, and I decided I do not want to do that. And I want to go with a remoted pizza restaurant. And in my mind, when I created this, I actually thought that this is going to be some sort of those high-end pizza places that is actually like a Michelin star restaurant, something like that, something that is actually amazing. And because of that, I tried to create it with the vibe of actually, the inspiration for this build, specifically for this build, came from few things. One of them is actually my trip to Rome. It was 2 years ago, actually before the whole pandemic and stuff like that. I went there with my wife and we had a blast. And I actually fell in love with this place. It is just amazing, so rich in the vibe and the happiness of people. People are always happy over there. And the food, people do not even let me start talking about the food. The food was just, I don't think that I actually ate one thing over and over. Oh, like every time I tried something new, and it was just wow. I still remember that trip, and it was amazing. So that was actually one of the inspiration for this build, to create some sort of a Little Italy vibed remoted restaurant that serves pizza, of course. And if you ask me, to be honest, pizza is my guilty pleasure, like my guilty pleasure food. And even like, for those who do know me just a bit, you do know that I do work, like I do workouts, and because of that, I'm kind of eating food in order, and I'm really calculating my food and stuff like that. But I do have a cheat day, which is on Thursday. And on Thursday, I do use, I do eat pizza every time. And I just love it. This is like my guilty pleasure, and this is like high calorie, some sort of a food, and it's just so yummy, and I can eat a lot of it. So that was another reason for me to create some sort of a pizzeria, and I really wanted to create something like that for a really long time. Now, for those who've been here for a while, you do know that I created some sort of a mini pizzeria in the the mall, the strip mall, I believe, which people sometimes refer to something else, and no, it's not something dirty, people. It's not stripping something. No, it's not. It's a strip mall, which is like malls that are most of the time there are malls in straight line, and that's why they call strip mall, because they are in like strip. And I created some sort of a mini pizzeria over there, and over there I created some sort of like the traditional half rounded or half sphere like oven to create the pizza, and I decided to go in a different direction over here, and you'll see that in a bit. I really don't want to spoil you the whole thing, but right now you can see that I'm starting to create the big gigantic pizza that is gonna be above your head hovering, and yeah, I created it with a lot of, I think those are like coffee tables, the modern ones, and then I used that big coffee table just to, I didn't really like the glitchy area with those brownish or light brownish, I don't know what color that is, but I didn't like the areas where it was a bit glitchy, so I decided to use even another bigger coffee table just to hide it. And as you can see right now, I'm using actually the tool mod to try and hide those glitchy areas, because it is kind of messing with my eyes and my brain. So yeah, I decided to cover that up with another coffee table that is a bit more bigger and rounded, fully rounded, and I just wanted those edges with the normal coffee table, that brownish, light brownish coffee table. And right now we are making the mozzarella, which is the cheese, of course, on top of the pizza, and I used also small seating, like individual seating. They look like marshmallows, I gotta tell you. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm using those to create the mozzarella on top, and of course you're gonna add some topping because it is just amazing. Now, for those who love like pizzas and stuff, and you do know, like, the Italian pizza is the most common one is the margherita, and of course I'm not Italian, so I cannot really teach people stuff about those pizzas, but definitely I'm a big enthusiast of that thing. This is just amazing. I think that if I can eat one thing forever, it's gonna be a pizza. And yeah, so we're making some toppings, and the margherita, which is the basically like the dough, some tomato sauce, and the mozzarella on top in a basil. This is basically the most common, but actually one of the most delicious one, if you ask me. But we are gonna add some toppings, and we added some mushrooms, we added some it's not bacon, how do you call that, pepperoni, which is the some sort of sausage, and we adding some olives on top. I really love how this thing came out, and I really hope that you're gonna enjoy eating here and playing it, and of course you're going to be able to play that in multiple ways, and I will get to that later on. But now you can see that I'm going to place it on top of the restaurant, and I gotta tell you that you're going to see that there are some problems with the like, it's a bit more shady than it's supposed to be. And to be honest, the reason for that, and I'm gonna explain to you what I did, because I did that off camera. It took me a while to figure that out, but because I placed it on the ground and then I basically raised it with the tool mod to the third floor, because we have the foundation, we have the walls, and then we have the floor, so like the upper floor. So because I raised that to that section, actually the lighting is kind of affecting the items a bit different. So what I had to do, I actually saved it as a room, and then I went directly to that floor where I want to place the sign of that gigantic pizza, and then I just grabbed the room outside, used the tool mod to toggle the whole thing, and then I play with it and rotate the whole thing, the whole structure together, to give it a bit of an angle, and that way the lighting kind of fixes the lighting. So if you want to know how to do that, that's basically what I did. And yeah, so I do apologize that you're not seeing it in the video, but it actually took me a long time to do that and to figure what's going on. So yeah, and right now we are doing some landscaping. You can see that I'm using some stones and I'm shoving them inside the into the ground. By the way, this is very important. You can actually do that. You can shove them into the ground without the tool mod. The reason I'm using the tool mod to do that, it's because it's so easy. It just makes my life much easier, much faster. But if you want to shove them into the like ground itself, the raised ground, it is possible. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'll do a tutorial for some more building tips and tricks how to do that if you want to do that. But I'm telling you right now, there are some like other simmers did tutorials about it, so just go and look for it on YouTube. But if you want me to do that, let me know in the comment section, and I will gladly make something like that and show you some tricks and tips regarding shoving rocks into the ground without the use of the tool mod. And yeah, so right now I'm working on the parking lot, which I decided to not make it that fancy. I just want some like some parking cars over there, and yeah, nothing very special about it. But and of course you're gonna have the jerk person, which is the person that drive and park his car in the wrong way, or not the wrong way. I think like in that angle that it takes more than one space. And of course we have them in real life, so we're gonna have them in the Sims. So yeah, and in a bit we're actually gonna get inside, and inside, just as always, I think that I said it before, you can expect a really awesome barring area. You're gonna see that in a bit, and a lot of I created even, you know what, no, we're not gonna get inside, we're gonna be outside, creating the more romantic area for couples more. And even if you're not a couple, if you just want to sit outside and you need some breeze of the wind, and you know what, in those times you definitely want to sit outside more instead of being inside. And right now we just placed that, I really don't want to call people names, but the person who cannot really park right. Okay. But anyway, what I was saying earlier, the things that you can expect inside are going to be a seating area. You're going to have an oven to create the pizzas inside. And yeah, that is a brick oven that I created, even with those small bricks that you can see right now. I created like a half circle entering way, if you want to call it like that, to feed the pizzas inside. And the oven inside is going to have a flame that is always up. Something really awesome. I really don't want to spoil you the whole creating process, so just stick around and watch that. And what I was saying earlier, that oh yeah, one thing that you're not gonna find in here is well, you're gonna find it in the build itself, because there is, but I did not show it in the speed build because I just don't like showing them. It's nothing really amazing. I don't see a reason to show it, and it's actually making those video even longer, for 5, 6, 7 minutes longer, are those restrooms. And I think that most of the time I'm not even including them in the video because they're not amazing. I'm not spending much time and much effort to create them. I'm just placing the things that are must to have, you know, the toilet and place to wash your hands, but I'm not spending a lot of time and thinking about them. The only reason for me to create something that is beautiful regarding those restrooms is going to be only on like a mega amazing luxurious mega mansion, something like that, where the actually the restroom or the toilet room is something that's supposed to be magnificent and beautiful. So in places like those, I'm just placing them to market that you have a place to go to number 1 and 2. You know what I'm talking about. So you're not gonna see that in the video, but yeah, you can see that right now I'm creating the more romantic area outside of the pizzeria. So basically, when the Sims are gonna come over here, they can sit outside, they can sit inside. You're gonna have the host that can place them wherever you want, and you can see that I'm adding some small touches for the vibe a bit. I'm trying to create some sort of one rose inside of a bottle, something really awesome, just to some sort of giving you the idea and the feelings that you are in a more romantic area. And I even played with the lighting inside, like in that area, and you're gonna have it like as a default thing when you're gonna download the build. The lighting in this section is a bit more like they are a bit more orangey, or between orange to red, just to give that extra vibe of romantic feeling. And yeah, so right now we are getting inside the build itself, and you can see that we are creating the this is going to be the grilling area, or the outside cooking station. There's going to be another one, the right side corner, the right side top corner, there's going to be another hidden kitchen, because I decided that in a place like this where there's going to be a lot of places to sit, you need to have at least 2 stations. You can see that I just placed that station over there. You're going to have 2 stations for the chef to actually create the pizzas, right? Not the pizzas, but creating the dishes. So basically this is another room for you to grow if you're going to play this as the owner. And it's going to be a bit much, well, it's going to be a bit more efficient? I don't know, it's going to be a bit more effective when the Sim's going to come over here and they're going to wait for the dish. If you are not the owner, the game will automatically fill those 2 stations with chefs, so the dish is going to be outside, they're going to come much faster. So yeah, I thought in advance for the if you're going to play this, so you're going to have more than 1 station to work with. So you're going to have another hidden kitchen inside, and this is the bar area and the oven, which we are going to be in like few minutes we're gonna start working on it. So this is more, I decided to have a small barring area. Now I'm not quite sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not quite sure that the bar in the if you're not playing it as the owner, I don't think, or even if you are playing it as the owner, I don't think that you can bring a mixologist to the bar alone. You need to hire it, I think. If the game plays the lot, I think it will do that automatically. But if not, you're gonna need to hire it. So I do apologize for that. Blame the game for this. And right now you can see that we are making the magic, people. The magic. We are creating that that oven. So I took, basically, if you missed it or you did not follow it, I took a half window. I think it's from, I want to say maybe it's a base game, but if it's not base game, I want to say it's cats and dogs. But there are there are a few of them. You don't need to use that one. And I placed it on the wall, and then I used the 2 mods to make it 0.00001 basically. And after doing so, it created a hole in the wall in the shape of the window, which is something really, really awesome. And right now I'm creating the half circle that I'm gonna basically put on the entrance area for that oven, and yeah, that's how the magic is done. And because I did the same mistake over here, it's not a mistake, it is much easier for me to create that shape outside and then drag it inside. So I place it again in a room, and I place the room inside the building again, toggle the whole thing, and then I drag it to the right area, just like so. Beautiful. Not beautiful, but now I'm gonna do some small fixes. But you see, this is how I created it. And inside, in a bit, I'm gonna place some fire like stands or standing lit fire things. They're gonna basically put a real fire that is always on. And this is the really cool thing, because once you do that, the fire inside will never go out. It's not like placing fireplace or something like that and then upgrade it. And right now you can see that this is some sort of a stand, torch, whatever you want to call that, and it will always be like with the fire on top of it. So you don't need to worry for the fire to go out. And yeah, and that small brick over there, it's debug items, and right now I'm using those. I think this is the wood shop woods. And it looks like some wood that is stick inside of the in the oven basically, and is gonna be on fire. Right now you cannot see that because the game is not running, but when the game will be running, you're gonna see the fire going through the wood, and it's always lit, which is something really, really awesome. And I placed that pizza over there just to have something inside. And now I'm creating that thing that you can place the pizza inside and take it outside. I don't remember how you call it. That big spoon, big gigantic spoon. Anyway, I think this is something really, really awesome. And I really hope that you're gonna enjoy playing this. I know I did, of course, during the time when I'm creating the cinematics in the intro and the extra, I need to play the game. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and I hope that you're gonna enjoy doing so. And by the way, this is a small break for me after eating your brain, I think, for 20 minutes, to say to you that if you enjoy hearing me eating your brain, just make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here for more awesome and unique builds just like this every week, at least one time a week, some tutorials, some awesome things just like that, and some great time with me. So make sure to do that, and if you are subscribing, do not forget the bell notification button, because you will miss some of my builds if you're not gonna hit it. So hit it! Hit it! So yeah, so thank you so much for the amazing support for those who are supporting me, and yeah, so you can create. We are doing some small tweaks, changes, and applying some small designs to the bar or pizza oven section making, whatever you want to call that zone in the build. And yeah, now one thing that I do want to point out regarding actually the tool mod is for the people who are using the tool mod and sometimes are kinda having some troubles with glitchy areas. It is definitely happening even to me, and for those who are really watching my videos and not skipping, you probably noticed that I managed to fix those areas in a different way. It's not like I'm moving the objects far apart from each other, no. So I want to share with you that small trick if you are using the tool mod. Now, let's imagine that you're placing two tables, one on top of each other. So they will basically touch each other and they're gonna look exactly the same. So it will cause them to glitch out one on top of each other. So it's gonna be like glitchy and all wobbly and moving and kind of annoying. So what I do, you can do that with the tool mod. Small change will fix that. So you want to toggle only one of them with the tool mod as an active object, and then you want to scale it down by really small number. Now, when I'm saying small number, you need to remember that 1 is basically the 0 size of the object, which is the original size of the object. So 1 is the original size. Now, if you want to scale the objects just a smidge, just a bit, so you would not even notice the difference between the two objects that are lining one on top of each other, you want to change only one of them, toggle it as like active items, and then what you want to do is to change it from, not from 1, you don't want it to be 1, you want it to be 0. Listen up, 999 or 0.998 or 0. You get it. You do not want to do 0.9 or 0.99. The more numbers you add, and this is really something amazing that Twisted Maxi done to the tool mod, it actually reads those numbers after the dot. So the more numbers you have, the smaller the change is gonna be. And because of that, the item will almost look exactly like the item that is number 1 in size, but it will still be different. And that will cause the glitchy area to just disappear. So this is a pro tip from me to you as builders, for those who are building in the game and using the tool mod, how to get rid of those glitchy areas, and I hope that you find it useful. If you find it useful, that alone deserves a like, so do that. And yeah, anyway, I really hope that helped you, and you can see that we are making the seating areas, and I really try to go with the theme of this build is gonna called Litte Italy Pizzeria. So I did try to go with the colors green, red, and white, which is of course the colors of the flag. And by the way, fun fact: when I was in Rome, when I talked to the pizza guy, it's not a pizza guy, the waiter which brought me some pizzas near our hotel. There was a really awesome place. We went there every night and I ate different things, but pizza is something that I ate there a lot. He actually told me that one of the cool things is that, like the margarita pizza, which is basil, tomato sauce, and mozzarella, those are the colors of Italy flag. Now, I do not know if they did that on purpose, created that like pizza, the margarita pizza based on the flag, so it will match it. But if they did, it is awesome. So if there are some Italians in the audience, you're more than welcome to shed some more information upon us regarding your delicious food, because it is delicious. So where was I? Oh, so I decided in this build to actually go with that theme of green, red, and white. Now, unfortunately, in in the seating area, like in the seating chairs area in the build by, there are not like the green filter of chairs is not that great. Most of them are not even green. They're a bit more like cyan color, and yeah. So I actually did that and used that in here just a smidge, just a bit, and I did add more green with the plants that I actually used them as dividers inside the seating area. So I hope I did justice and I did not ruin the whole thing of green, red, and white. I think it's really, really awesome. It kind of blends all together. It looks great, especially with those bricks on the walls over there and the ground, like the tiling on the floor, combined with the wood. And this is really based on my experience in Rome. It was just amazing. Actually, one thing that is a bit missing from that pizzeria, and because we do not really have, and I could did, and something that you can do in your build, I could actually make something like that, is a winery cellar outside, like presented or presentative wine cellar. Actually, in our restaurant near the hotel when we were in Rome, they had a full area in the backside seating area. Basically, the wall was filled with wines. And we do not have wines in the Sims 4, and it's driving me crazy. How many times can I cry about it in my videos? I don't know. But yeah, we do not have wine. We have fizz, which is basically sparkly, watery, a bit tasty. I guess tasty. I'm not a Sim, so I do not know. But it's something like a bit sparkly. It's not really a wine. So I really hope that one day we will get something a bit more related to wine in the game. I don't know why they're trying to avoid that. In The Sims 3 we had it. I believe that in Sims 2 we had something like that. I don't know. It sounds like the developers of the game trying to avoid things that are a bit more mature in the game. Although we all know and we all agree that The Sims is not kids or teenagers only game. The big majority of The Sims is actually people around between 20 to 30 and even higher. I do know that I have here amazing followers that are above 30 and 40, and I love each one of you. And that's exactly the thing. I do not know why The Sims is still trying to avoid that that audience. This is the big majority of the audience of The Sims. It's no longer people or kids or teenagers that are like 13 or 14. I do know that they are, and probably some of you are in the audience over here, which I love you also. But I don't know, the game is no longer for kids only, so I don't know why they're trying to avoid things that are a bit more mature, like wine and getting, I don't know, tipsy and stuff like that. Anyway, moving on from wine and stuff, this is the inside kitchen area, and I decided to create something really, really awesome. You can see this, you can see this. You can see it right now, which is basically I placed two ovens, toaster ovens, I don't know what they're called, but basically I created them one on top of each other, just like you're gonna find in a real kitchen, in a professional kitchen, basically. So I do not think that those are gonna be functionals, but you do not need them, because the only thing that you need to have that is supposed to be functional is the station, the chef's station. And so yeah, so do not worry about it. And yeah, I did a lot of coloring over here with some, I don't know, plates and some I think like olive jars and stuff like that I'm gonna put inside. Those are the small, tiny tweaks, changes, adding things that are actually going to create something really, really awesome in your build. So never skip that, people. Never skip the whole idea of cluttering and clutterness, if that's a thing, and adding some lemons and adding some vents. Those vents, I'm just in love with them. And in a place like this, it is just asking for you to use them because it just fit the best. Anyway, I really want to hear from you. What do you think about this build? Are you going to play it? What do you want me to create next? share all of your thoughts with me in the comment section down below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't run anywhere, because in a bit you're gonna have the cinematic outside the Let's Tour part of this build. And of course, as I told you before, no, you're not gonna see me creating the restroom, because it was nothing that special. But yeah, we are getting closer to the end of this video, so this is my cue for me to ask you nicely to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure to hit the bell notification button, because you don't want to miss my other builds. And that's it for this video. The tour is about to start, and I'll see you again at the next time. Keep that Sims party going for me, because RG Tech, RGR Gaming is signing off.